The Spiritualize technique. Spiritualize your life and transform any challenge you face with this simple yet incredibly powerful technique. The Spiritualize technique transforms your life into a happier, more healthful, and more inspired reality. This article explains the entire technique so that you can begin using it right away, but first, let's examine the spiritual secrets behind this powerful technique. You are about to be given ways of reaching higher consciousness which are so effective that, for centuries, they were suppressed and driven underground. Today, as we experience a world of rapid change and a planetary shift to higher consciousness, the secrets are out. They are available right now, without any barrier blocking your way, and they are ready to help you transform your life for the better. This is a spiritual development technique that will act as an anchor of stability and inspiration in the fast-changing 21st century. The question is, are you ready for the transformational power of the Spiritualize technique? The one barrier that could still prevent you from gaining such spiritual growth is the one that you can erect yourself. Can you believe the truth about the enormous spiritual power that resides within you? The truth is, we all have that power within us. The deeper our sciences probe into the nature of physical matter, the more apparent it becomes that everything in this world is connected to everything else. To outward appearances, we have individual identity and appear to be separate from each other, but, in reality, we are connected to all matter and to all people. This is because every person is a unique facet of the same all-pervasive intelligence. You are not connected to God or the all that is like an add-on module. You are God in expression because everything in existence is an expression of the mind of God. We have different viewpoints of reality, but we are all representations of the One, the Divine, or the Great Presence that exists within all things. Your mind may need time to get used to the true nature of the divinity within you, but that alone is no barrier to success. Practice the Spiritualize technique regardless of any temporary doubt you may harbor. Just do it regardless. Let it work for you and you will experience its transformative power. As that happens, any doubt will evaporate in the light of experience and you will have the most powerful tool ever for transforming your life into a happier, more healthful, and more inspired reality. When you enter a sufficiently higher state of consciousness, life's challenges become transformed. Problem situations can become solved through the correct practice of this technique in one of two ways. Either by being energetically healed and transformed or by an inspired solution becoming apparent. The primary purpose of the Spiritualize technique is to give you a way to anchor your mind to the reality within at any time of the day. By attuning with your divine connection, you rise above the turmoil and illusion of events in the outside world. Reality is within you. The more you connect with your higher consciousness, the more inspired and successful your life becomes. The main purpose of human life is spiritual growth. This is how you can make your spiritual growth happen each and every day. Principles of the Spiritualize technique. 1. You are one with God. You are an individualized aspect of the consciousness of the Creator charged with the mission of experiencing life from one unique point of view. By consciously aligning yourself with the Divine Presence, you invoke its transformative power. 2. The universe is completely benevolent. God is good. Any appearance of evil in this world is caused by a lack of spiritual light, just as shadow or coldness is caused by a lack of physical light. All beings are inherently drawn to finding their inner light, and everyone succeeds in this, their primary motivation, sooner or later. By consciously realizing the goodness of God, we open our eyes and see the light. The appearance of any darkness then disappears. 3. Action creates results. Transformation occurs when you raise your consciousness sufficiently. When you elevate yourself into a state of higher consciousness through this technique, your situation becomes transformed by the goodness and harmony of God's universal energies. The key point to realize is that the responsibility for action begins with you as the physical anchor within any situation. When you align yourself sufficiently with the presence of God and the benevolent nature of all creation, all things in your life can transform and become healed. It is the realization of your oneness with the divine and the realization of the goodness of God that acts as a transformative power within your reality. The Spiritualize technique, quick, simple, powerful. The Spiritualize technique contains powerful principles which help you to connect easily and quickly with the transformative power of the Divine Presence. Once you are thoroughly familiar with the technique and have used it many times, you will find it becomes a part of you. First, detach from any thoughts of problems that need attention. Your higher consciousness is fully aware of all of your situation. Any conscious attachment to needs will hold your mind down in the physical world, so detach completely from all concerns for the duration of this practice. Focus on your breathing while your body relaxes and your mind settles into a reflective state. Then, take 3 hard breaths as follows. On each in-breath, visualize spiritual energy as an intense white light coming from the sun, all the way through space and then filling your brain. On each out-breath, transfer that energy down the spine to the level of the heart, then send it out the front of your body into your heart chakra, which is a vortex of energy located approximately 4 inches 10 centimeters in front of the breastbone. Your heart chakra is the gateway to spiritual consciousness. You connect to the God space through your heart space. Then, silently make these declarations. I am in God. God is in me. God and I are one. For a moment, think about these statements and what the realization of oneness means to you. Feel the closeness of the presence of God with every breath you take and every beat of your heart. Feel the presence right there with you as a living reality. Continue to focus on the breath in order to reach the necessary state of peace and deep relaxation. Notice how the breath brings a state of peace and serenity. Once you have reached this peaceful state, you no longer focus on the breath. Stop thinking and listen. Adopt a state of attentive silence. Be receptive to the still, silent voice of inner awareness. It is important to be mentally still and allow the sense of the Divine Presence. Once you start actively thinking again, the experience is over. Mental chatter stops the process, so be attentive and adopt a state of expectancy. The secret is in the stillness. At first, you may not hear anything, but you will experience, if only through a deep breath or inner sigh, the presence. It is the moment of connection that is important. Then you have completed the purpose of that session. You may receive information and insights during the process or they may come later. As you practice, you develop your ability to hear. Some people receive impressions as mental pictures, some hear them as mental words, but most people simply receive ideas as a sudden arrival of understanding. The wisdom from your soul will be able to reach you either at this moment or at a later time while your attention is diverted elsewhere. Be especially attentive in the next few hours for any subtle idea that arises more than once. It is the repetitive occurrence of such thoughts into your conscious mind that alert you to the realization that you are receiving a suggestion worthy of immediate consideration. When you feel the peace of the presence, you have opened yourself to God as infinite intelligence. This infinite intelligence knows your every need and, by realizing this, you have opened the doors for that realization to express itself. The Spiritualize technique fits into any busy schedule. Practice it at the start of every day in order to prompt intuitive support for the day ahead. Use it several times a day whenever you need inner guidance or whenever an existing problem jumps into your mind. It takes just 1 to 5 minutes. Throughout your day, you will be turning within and aligning with the truth of your being. Several times on a daily basis, you will be connecting with a higher level of consciousness, spiritualizing all aspects of your life. By using it throughout your day, you begin to train yourself to focus on reality rather than illusion. This opens up the resources of your inner world so that your outer world will reflect this higher understanding and wisdom. The essential steps of the Spiritualize technique. 1. Focus inward. You must turn your attention within as God is within you. Nothing is out there except the illusion of matter and your outward performance in the theater of life. 2. Breathe into your heart chakra. Heart-centered consciousness is the gateway to God. If you use your intellect only, you will be unable to proceed to step 3. 3. Connect with God. Leave behind all your cares and the issues of the day. Focus your thoughts only upon God. Then stop thinking, be still, and listen. This will have a transformative effect upon your situation and your life. Take the 30-day challenge. Practice the Spiritualize technique for 30 days. Keep a log of how your life improves and problems evaporate. Spiritualize your life and share this wonderful technique with others.